guys, today I'm going to discuss the properties of square and square roots. This is video part 2 and many more things. So let's get started now. Don't forget to subscribe our channel, like our video, comment and share. So let's get started without wasting any time, because you need to learn maths, right? Now I have already done an example for you. 12 is not a square number. Now the first property is So the first property is a number ending with 2, 3, 7 and 8 is never a perfect square. You can take any number ending with either 2, 3, 7 and 8 to verify this property. Well, I will verify it right away. Take 27 as an example. Here 7 is in the ones place, so there is no problem. I have already told a number ending with 2, 3, 7 and 8 is never a perfect square. So 27, if we do root, it comes 9 into 3. So root over 3 into 3 into 3. So out of these two pair, 1 3 will come, but another 3 will be like it, that only. So you can see 27 is not a perfect square. Its answer is 3 root 3. Whenever an answer will come, like one number will come out of the root but another number will be there only, that is never a perfect square. Now I am going to discuss the property number 2. Second property. So our second property is a number ending with an odd number of zeros is never ever a perfect square. I will also tell you one example, 1 or 2. So comes here the example. Take 2, 5, 1, 2, 3. So here are 3 zeros, which means this number of zeros is odd. This is not a perfect square. To verify this will be root over. So root over 25,000 is 50 into 50 into 10. Now this will be 150 will come out, but the 10 will remain as it is, because if we further divide 10, it will be 2 into 5. So you can see 25,000 is also not a perfect square. Now if I take another number, for example, suppose 1500. So both the zeros are 2. So this will be easily divisible. 15,000 root is root over. I have experimented on these and found that 15,000 is not a perfect square. So I will give you another example. So turn this one into 2. So you can see 2500. You know what is its square? 50 into 50. So our answer is 50. So this is our second property. Now we are gonna discuss the third property. Third property. Now our third property is the square of an even number is even. Take an example. 16 is equal to root 4 into 4 is equal to 4. So this is what? Even. Now our fourth property is also almost same like the third one. Fourth property. So can you guess what is that? Yes, you are right. The square of an odd number is always odd. So I am gonna show you the example now. So the square of an odd number is odd. Take an example like 441. What will be its square? Root over 21 into 21 is equal to 20. Now we are gonna discuss the fifth property. The square of an proper fraction is always smaller than the number. Smaller than the number. So what is the fifth property? The square of a proper fraction is always smaller than the number. Take an example. 2 by 3 whole square. So what is 2 square? 4. 3 square 9. So by looking only, what you can say? 2 by 3 is greater or 4 by 9 is greater? Think. Yes, 2 by 3 is greater. Those who can't think, I am showing for them. By 9, 3 3s are 9. So 2 3s are 8. And this comes 4. So which is greater? This one is greater. So 8 by 9 is greater than 4 by 9. That means 2 by 3 is greater. But in case of improper fraction, this does not happen. So what is an improper fraction? The numerator will always be greater than the denominator. Take an example. I am reversing this for your better understanding. 3 by 2 whole square. Now 3 square is 9. This one is 4. So which is greater? Yes. Think. Now this. I hope you understood the fifth property. Now we are gonna discuss the sixth property. Now I am gonna discuss the sixth property. This is very important for you. Though all the properties are important, this is very important. Sixth property is for. So here is our sixth property. For every natural number n, we have n plus 1 square minus n square is equal to n plus 1 plus n in bracket into n plus 1 minus n, which is in second bracket n plus 1 plus n. Now I am gonna verify this with an example to make you understand it clear. 36 squared minus 35 squared is equal to 36 plus 35, which is equal to. I am gonna give you another example now. Now a second example is 89 square minus 88 square, which is equal to. Yes, you are right. 89 plus 88, which is equal to 177. I hope you understand the sixth property. If you can't, please tell us in the comment section. We will be pleased to help you. Now comes our seventh property. But before that, I would like to tell that after our few these important properties are completed, we will discuss the three formulas of a square plus b square, a square minus b square, and others. These are the most important properties. There are also important properties which I think you don't need to memorize, but I will be giving each and every one to you. So please subscribe our channel, like, comment and share. So seventh property is sum of first n odd natural numbers. So I am giving you an example. First natural numbers means here the result will always be n square. We have to do this without adding, means adding will not be done. Suppose it will be like this only, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7. So there are 4 numbers, that's why we will do these 4. Take the base as 4, do the square, 16. If you want to verify, you can 3 plus 1 4, 4 plus 5 9, 9 plus 7 16. So LHS is equal to RHS. Now I am going to do another example. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15 plus 17 plus 19. Now it will be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 10 square is equal to 100. If you want to verify by adding, 3 plus 1 4 plus 5 9, 9 plus 7 16, 16 plus 9 16 plus 9 25, 25 plus 11, sorry, I need to add 6 3, 36, 36 plus 13, 6 plus 3 9, 49 plus 15. So this will be 9 plus 5 14, 1 4 plus 1 5 6. So this is 64. 64 plus 17 is equal to, so 64 plus 17 81. 81 plus 19, yes, right, 100. So LHS is equal to RHS. Now I am gonna discuss the eighth property. Eighth property. So our eighth property is that I can't see. Okay. Now comes our eighth property in maths, square and square root. So here is our property number 8. If m, n and p are natural numbers such that m squared plus n squared is equal to p squared, then these natural numbers are a group of Pythagorean triplet. Now I am going to give you an example. Consecutive or other natural numbers which add up to the next one, like 3 squared plus 4 squared, which is equal to 9 plus 16. Now 16 plus 9 is equal to 25, which is equal to 5 squared. I hope you understand this property. This was very easy. Now we are gonna see the ninth property. So ninth property is for every natural number greater, it can be greater also, or m greater than 1, 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1 is a Pythagorean triplet. Here in this 2m is the smallest one. You can use this example for verifying the property number 9. So now I'm gonna discuss the 10th property. After 10th property also I think few properties are there. I'm gonna discuss all of them. So 10th property is nothing but the formulae. So the formula are a square plus b square. A plus b in bracket whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. Or second formula, a square a minus b square. A square plus b square minus 2. There is another formula of this only, a square minus b square. A square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. So these were all the properties. Wait, let me see if there are any more properties. I will discuss them with you. So after learning this, I hope now I think I can explain the column method, and I am gonna do it in the next video. Ta ta, bye bye, love you all.